Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us start the discussion with respect to ER diagram, guys. Okay, so from now on, the lectures will be really interesting, guys. Okay, so please concentrate. Okay, yes. So in this lecture, we'll be discussing about the ER diagram. So the full form of this particular diagram is a entity relationship diagram, guys. Okay, so in future, if you are going to any IT job, so this diagram is the mandatory diagram. When you are working on a project, you are going to see it, guys. That's for sure. Any kind of project it might be, because any kind of project you are going to use a databases, right? So you are going to store some data. So indirectly, to store that data, we are going to use these databases. So if you want to represent those databases, we are going to use this database diagrams that are nothing but ER diagrams. Got it? Yes. So it was given in 1976 by Dr. Peter Chen. Okay. So he is the scientist, you can say, who designed these ER diagrams. So to be clear, it is a small design, guys. It's a small diagram. That's it. Okay. Yes. And this is a non-technical design method. So non-CS people can also easily understand this because it is some kind of diagram. Okay, yes, and it is not like a civil diagram. So basically, if you see blueprint, can we understand, guys? So if you understand how the terminology is being there, you can understand it slowly. But ER diagrams are really easy, guys. So if you want to try it out, you can just get a small kid and you can just try to explain to him. He will also explain you the things. So that much easy they will be, guys. Okay, yes, like your brothers or sister's son or someone. Okay, yes, okay. So non-technical design method, and schema represents in logical structure. Okay, it consists of a collections of a basic objects called entities and of a relationship among these entities and attributes which defines the properties. So free from ambiguity. So there is nothing like confusion, guys, like this, like that. There is no that type of confusion. Okay, like one word giving multiple meanings, that is nothing but ambiguity. So those type of problems are not there with respect to ER diagrams. They are rigid and they give clarity on everything. Okay, yes. So first of all, what is in this ER, guys? Entity relationship diagram, right? Yes. So your first question will be, okay, so first explain what is entity, then explain relation, and it will be done. So that's what you are thinking, right? Yes. So first let us start with what exactly is this entity, guys? Okay, so entity is nothing but like someone's name, guys. So basically, using that entity, you can define some properties. So basically, if you have a database in this way and names are unique in your school or in your college or in your friend circle, names are 100% unique. There is no repeated names. So at that time, this name will be an entity, right? So using that name, you can give all his features, right? Like his father name, his city, his age, his salary, like that, right? Yes. So that is nothing but an entity, guys. So an entity is a thing or an object in a real world that is distinguishable from other objects. So with respect to this Ravi, others are different, right? Yes. And possesses its own attributes, right? Yes. Okay, so concentrate now, guys. So each and every row is called as a row, tuple, record, or this whole row can also be an entity, guys. Okay, yes. Okay, and these columns are nothing but attributes, guys. To be clear, in ER diagrams, they say that it is an entity relationship, but in reality, we are never going to use these entities. We are going to use attributes, guys, inside our ER diagrams. Okay, yes. So if you want to just see a small ER diagram, you can just type in Google any kind of system, guys, like library management system, banking, just add ER diagram. You will be getting the diagrams. Okay, yes. Okay, so anyway, let us continue here. Okay, so now you understood, right? So basically, this is what, guys, indirectly. So these are entities I told. So this is a collection of entities, right? So in simple words, collection of entities. Okay, so collection of entities is nothing but, okay, so collection of entities is nothing but entity set, guys. Got it? Yes. Okay, yes. So now you understood, right? So what exactly is this? Yes. Okay, so now these entities are of two types, you can say. So the first type is a tangible and the second type is intangible. So tangible means which exists in reality, in real world, whereas intangible means it doesn't exist. Tangible means what, guys? It exists, like our bank account, like this pen, like this book, like this car and everything, right? Yes. Whereas intangible means which doesn't exist in reality. So they are shown in computer. There are some graphical things. Those type of things are called as intangible. Got it? Yes. Okay. So now you understood some basics, right? Yes. So in ER diagrams, we cannot repeat entity in an instance, not schema. And ER diagram is designed to understand the schema. So to understand the exact structure, we are going to draw these ER diagrams, not to store values. So inside ER diagram, it will be just a structure. You are not going to store some values inside that ER diagram. Got it? Yes. Okay, so now let us continue with the entity set. So what I told you guys, I already explained you what is entity set. It is a nothing but a collection of entities, right? So collection of same type of entities. So now few students will be like, what are these same type of entities? So if you observe here carefully, these three are having some properties as different, same guys. So everyone is having name, everyone is having father name, everyone is having city code, everyone is having age, everyone is having salary. So that is a similar thing, right? Yes. So those type of similar collection is nothing but entity set. Okay. So in ER diagrams, we are going to represent this entity sets, guys. Got it? Yes. In simple words, each and every entity set is nothing but the table, guys. So inside that entity set, this is represented with a box, and inside that entity set, we are going to represent its name. So assume that, for easy example, let us assume this as a student details. So this table, we will call it as a student table, student details with a box. So that is the entity set. Got it? Yes. So now I think everyone is understanding what is entity, right? Yes. So now let us understand what is attribute and what are the different types of attributes. There are around 5 to 10 types of attributes, guys. So I'll be discussing each and every one in detail. Okay. So please concentrate for some time. Okay. Yes. Okay. So let us start. So attributes are also called as a domain. In simple words, it is called as a column, guys, right? Yes. Okay, so what does this attributes say? So this attribute talks about a specific property, right? So it might be salary, it might be age, it might be father name, it might be your name, in that way. So attribute are a unit that defines and describes the properties and characteristics of entities, right? Yes. Okay, so each attribute, there is a set of permitted values called domains or data types. Okay, represented with ellipse or oval. So basically the basic structure of this attribute is oval, guys. Got it? Yes. Okay. So now I told you there are various types, right? So let us start discussing about these various types of attributes. Okay. Okay. So in relational model, each attribute is independent column. Okay. So each and every column is an independent attribute, guys. Okay. Yes. So let us start. So the first type is a single attribute, guys. So if a particular column is having only single value, like date of birth, like Aadhaar number, like PAN number, like any kind of thing which is a unique. Okay, so that is a nothing but a single value. So attribute having a single value at any instance of time, it is a nothing but a single value. Okay, so when it comes to multi-valued, so this is first type. The second type is a multi-valued, guys. So whenever sometimes we might have multiple values also, right? Like phone numbers. So like everyone nowadays are having 2 SIMs in their mobiles, right? Yes. Okay, yes. So that is the reason why whenever someone asks you the mobile number, like in any kind of form or somewhere, you will give 2 numbers, right? Yes. So that is a nothing but multi-valued. So attribute which can have more than one value for an entity at the same time is called as a multi-valued. Okay. So now your question will be, okay, so then are you going to store 2 phone numbers in a single column? That doesn't look good, right? So everyone is thinking that only, right? Yes. So that is the reason why for multi-valued attributes, we are going to create a separate table, guys. Completely a separate table. So that table will look like, so assume that here we are having some kind of ID also. So user ID, assume in that way. So for this it is a 1, for this it is 2, for this it is 3. So what we do is we create a separate table with the user ID and phone number. So user ID 1, phone number 1, user ID 2, phone number 1, user ID 2, phone number 2, user ID 3, phone number 1, user ID 3, phone number 1. So in this way, we are going to store this table. So this is going to be a completely separate table, right? Yes. So for multi-valued attributes, we are required to build in this way, guys. Okay. Yes. So moving on, the next type is a simple variables. Okay. So simple are nothing but attributes which cannot be divided further. So I think everyone is observing the diagram, right? Yes. So single oval means a single valued, double oval means a multi-valued, simple or single valued, both are same, guys, in simple words. So simple means attributes which cannot be divided into further. Okay. You will understand exactly what does that mean. Don't worry. Okay. Like age, guys. Okay, so when it comes to age, is it going to divide into anything further, guys? So before going into simple, let us go through composite. So composite means it is going to divide into further, like our name. So our name is normally having three parts, right? So they call it as a first name, a last name, a middle name. So that is a nothing but a composite, which is going to divide into subparts. So simple means it is not going to divide, like age, okay, and etc., right? Yes. Okay, so now moving on, the next type is stored and derived, guys. Okay, so stored means these values are going to store permanently. Okay, so when it comes to, so I think everyone is seeing symbols, right? So this is just a circle. This is going to have a hierarchy. So name is divided into first name, last name, in that way, right? Yes. Okay, so stored means main attributes whose value is permanent. So basically this value will not modify at any moment of time. So that is a stored, like date of birth. So will date of birth change? No. In the same way, derived. So assume that you want to calculate age, guys. So you don't want to store age, you want to calculate it. So at that time, with the help of date of birth, so today's date minus date of birth will gives you his age, right? So that is what we apply. So this concept is nothing but derived. So the value of these type of attributes can be derived from values of other attributes. So can be generated at runtime. So age can be derived from date of birth. So this is the concept of different types of attributes, guys. Okay, so now I hope everyone got some, at least some basic idea with respect to this, right? So single valued means one vowel, multi-valued means double vowel, simple means a single vowel, composite means there will be hierarchy. And remember, so when it comes to these type of things, in table what we will have, guys, so in table we are not going to have name, you are directly going to have first name and last name. That's it. So here they will fill first name, here they will fill last name. So there is no particular column again for name. Got it? Yes. So stored means there will be no updations. So derived means you are going to take some other value and you are going to derive from it. So like average also, marks average. Okay. Yes. Okay. And descriptive attributes. So attributes of relationship is called as a descriptive attributes. Okay. Yes. So a simple structure will look in this way, guys. Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is nothing but an entity set, right? So the table name is employee. It is having two columns in simple words: employee number, employee name. Here it is having department, department number, department name. So this diamond symbol is nothing but a relation, guys. In the next lecture I'll be discussing about them in detail. So this is the relation. So employee works in department. So employee works in department. So this is a relation between employee and department, right? Yes. So from these two values we can calculate since how many years they are working. So those type of things also we can calculate, right? Yes. So now I hope everyone is getting at least some basic idea with respect to ER diagrams, right? So we discussed in detail about entities. We discussed about attributes in this lecture, right? Yes. So in the next lecture we'll be discussing in detail about relations, guys. Okay. Okay, so let us meet in the next lecture and discuss about relations. Okay, yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.